Hello everyone, my name is Mobia Manna and in this video we will discuss about vectors. Before discussing the main vector calculus part, we will discuss some prerequisite topics. So let us revisit the terms scalars and vectors. Scalars. A scalar quantity has a quantity that has only magnitude, no direction. So it means the scalars have only magnitude, they don't have any directions. Example, length, area, etc. Vectors. A vector quantity is a quantity that has both magnitude and direction. Example, displacement, velocity, force, etc. Now, we will discuss some important definitions about vectors. Equality of vectors. Two vectors A and B are said to be equal if they have the same magnitude and direction regardless of their initial points. In figure 1.2, equality of vectors are there. We can see the examples. Negative vector. A vector having the same magnitude but direction opposite to that of the given vector is called a negative vector relative to the vector. In figure 1.3, A and B are opposite vectors. It means A and B vectors are equal but their directions are opposite. Unit vector. A vector of unit magnitude is called a unit vector. If any vector A is magnitude of mod of A, then the unit vector is represented by A vector by mod of A vector. Null or zero vector. It is a vector having zero magnitude. It has no definite direction. It is denoted by O vector. Next is coplanar vectors. If a system of vectors lie in the same plane, then they are called coplanar vectors. In figure 1.4, A, B and C are coplanar vectors because they are lying on a same plane. Vectors which have the same line of action or having the same lines of action parallel to the same line are called collinear vectors. Next is reciprocal vectors. A vector A inverse having the same direction as that of a given vector A but magnitude as the reciprocal of A vector is known as reciprocal vector of A. Thus, A inverse equals to 1 by mod of A into A cap. Next is polar vectors. A vector which has a linear motion in particular direction and changes its sign under inversion or reflection is called a polar vector. Linear velocity, linear momentum, force, etc. are examples of polar vector. Axial vector. A vector corresponding to the rotation about a certain axis is called an axial vector. Angular velocity, angular momentum, etc. are axial. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video.